Funny how everyone says they want Lexus reliability, but they only shop Lexus. Meanwhile, under $10,000, there are premium cars built to last just as long, sometimes longer, sitting ignored because the badge isn't trendy. Fewer buyers chasing them means better value for you. Some of these went head-to-head with Lexus when new. A couple even outlast them in the real world. Today, we're looking at 5 overlooked premium cars built to endure, and I'll contrast each one with Lexus so you can see where the badge earns its reputation and where it's just branding. Let's start with something most people scroll past without even thinking twice. A clean 2013 to 2015 Acura ILX today, you're looking at $7,000 to $9,000 for a decent example in North America. That's Corolla money. Yet, when it launched, buyers expected it to be a baby Lexus fighter. Instead, it got labeled just a fancy Civic, and sales reflected that. Here's what people missed. Under the hood, especially in the 2.4-liter version, you're getting a naturally aspirated 4-cylinder pushing around 201 horsepower, paired with a 6-speed manual in earlier years or a conventional automatic in later trims. No turbo stress, no complicated dual-clutch drama in the refreshed models. Just proven Honda engineering that routinely crosses 200,000 miles if maintained. Fuel economy in the real world sits around 24 city and 32 highway. Not hybrid numbers like a Lexus CT, but simpler long-term. And simpler usually means cheaper. Ownership experience? Quiet, tight steering, solid brakes. It feels smaller than a Lexus IS, but it's lighter on its feet. Interior materials aren't as plush as Lexus, and road noise is slightly higher. That's the trade-off. You're paying thousands less. Common issue to watch: early dual-clutch transmission behavior in the 2013 model. If it shifts rough or hesitates, walk away. The 2.4-liter conventional automatic is the safer bet. Also, check motor mounts around 100,000 miles. Mechanic insight: these engines don't like neglected oil changes. Stay on schedule and they just keep going. Quick side note, if you're buying any used car in this price range, keep a compact tire repair kit and portable compressor in the trunk. A nail on a Sunday night shouldn't mean a tow truck. I'll link the one I recommend below. The ILX never had Lexus-level prestige, but in durability per dollar, it's closer than people think. Now, if you want something that doesn't just compete with Lexus, but tries to outmuscle it, wait until you see what comes next. Back in 2008, if you walked into an Infiniti showroom and then crossed the street to Lexus, the mood changed instantly. The Infiniti G37 felt rebellious, sharper, louder, almost impatient. Market reception at the time? Strong among enthusiasts? Lukewarm among traditional luxury buyers. Lexus shoppers wanted smooth isolation. Infiniti buyers wanted something closer to a Japanese BMW. That split defined the G37's reputation for years. Now look at the classifieds. $8,000 to $10,000 buys you a well-kept 2010 to 2013 sedan. Coupes run slightly higher. For a rear-wheel drive luxury car with a 3.7-liter V6 pushing 328 horsepower, that's serious performance per dollar. 0 to 60 in the mid 5-second range. That's quicker than many Lexus IS models of the era. Paired with a 7-speed automatic or a proper 6-speed manual, it feels mechanical in a way Lexus rarely does. Fuel economy? Expect around 18 city and 26 highway. Not impressive, but you're not buying this to hypermile. Known issue? Gallery gasket failure on earlier models. If oil pressure drops or there's timing chain noise, you need to investigate immediately. It's not cheap if ignored. Also, rear tires disappear quickly if the alignment is off, and many are. Here's the ownership reality. These cars attract second and third owners who modify them badly. Avoid lowered examples with questionable exhaust work. A stock, adult-owned G37 is the one to hunt. Compared to Lexus IS of the same era, Infiniti feels raw. Cabin materials aren't quite as refined long-term, but drivetrain durability? Very strong when maintained. That VQ engine has a long track record. Ideal buyer? Someone who wants premium presence and real acceleration under 10 grand and doesn't mind paying a bit more at the pump. If that felt a little too aggressive though, the next car swings in the opposite direction and almost nobody saw it coming. Quick favor, my friend. If this is helping you shop smarter, tap like and subscribe. And drop your city in the comments so we can keep these price breakdowns real for your market. And check out the selected products to take care of your car. Here's one that confused the market when it came out. 2011 to 2014 Buick LaCrosse. At the time, Buick was trying to reinvent itself. Softer image, yes, but this generation aims straight at Lexus ES buyers. Problem was, most shoppers still associated Buick with retirees and rental fleets. Sales were decent, never explosive, it flew under the radar. Today, that misunderstanding works in your favor. $7,000 to $9,000 buys a clean V6 example. For a near full-size premium sedan with real comfort, that's strong value. Start with what it does best. Ride quality. This car glides. The suspension tuning leans comfort first, very similar to a Lexus ES from the same era. Cabin insulation is impressive. Long highway drives feel effortless. If your commute is 40 minutes each way, this matters more than 0 to 60 bragging rights. Under the hood, most desirable models carry the 3.6-liter V6 making around 303 horsepower paired to a 6-speed automatic. Smooth, quiet, and surprisingly quick for its size. Real-world fuel economy lands around 17 city and 27 highway. Not stellar, but acceptable given the weight. Known issues? Timing chain stretch if oil changes were ignored, especially on early direct injection V6 models. Listen for rattling on cold starts. Also, check the electronic parking brake system. Repairs aren't catastrophic, but you want records. Mechanic insight. These engines are durable when serviced properly. Neglect is what kills them, not weak engineering. Compared to Lexus, interior materials are slightly less consistent long-term. Some buttons show wear earlier, but purchase price is thousands lower, and depreciation already happened. Ideal buyer? Someone who values comfort, space, and understated presence over badge status. If Buick was about quiet comfort though, the next car goes in a completely different direction. Lighter, sharper, and far more engaging behind the wheel. Design is what pulled people in back in 2014. Mazda finally stopped playing it safe. The Mazda 6 suddenly looked like it belonged in a European showroom. Long hood, tight lines, low stance. Reviewers loved it. Buyers? They admired it, then walked over to Toyota and Honda out of habit. Sales were respectable, never dominant. Fast forward to today, and you can find a 2014 to 2016 Mazda 6 for $6,000 to $9,000. That's family sedan pricing for something that genuinely feels premium. Under the hood sits a 2.5-liter naturally aspirated four-cylinder making about 184 horsepower, paired to a 6-speed automatic or manual, no turbo complications in these years. Real-world fuel economy runs roughly 26 city and 38 highway. That's better than many Lexus IS models and far better than older ESV6 sedans. Here's the difference compared to Lexus. Driving feel. Steering is sharper, body control is tighter. It feels lighter than it is. Lexus focuses on isolation, Mazda focused on connection. You notice it within the first mile? Now, the trade-offs. Cabin materials are good, not luxury grade. Road noise is slightly higher than Lexus. And rust can be an issue in northern states. Check under the rear wheel arches and along the subframe carefully. Buyer mistake to avoid? Ignoring maintenance history because it's just a Mazda. Direct injection engines still need consistent oil changes. Also check rear brake calipers. They can stick if neglected. Ownership experience is generally low drama. These routinely pass 200,000 miles with routine care. Insurance is cheaper than premium brands, parts are affordable, and resale holds surprisingly well. Ideal buyer? Someone who wants a near luxury experience without luxury repair, anxiety? But if that felt too sensible, the final car on this list returns to full executive status, and it might be the biggest sleeper of them all. Here's the one nobody talks about, and maybe should. 2009 to 2013 Infiniti M37. When it debuted, critics praised it. Strong engine, solid chassis, proper rear-wheel drive luxury sedan. Yet showroom traffic leaned toward Lexus because Lexus had already earned the reputation for quiet longevity. Infiniti built a better driver's car in some ways, but branding matters. Today, that gap creates opportunity. $8,000 to $10,000 buys you a clean M37 with reasonable miles. That's executive class metal for compact SUV money. Start with the heart of it. A 3.7-liter V6 pushing roughly 330 horsepower paired to a 7-speed automatic. Same VQ family DNA as the G37, but tuned for smoother delivery. It moves effortlessly. Highway passing feels immediate. 0 to 60 sits in the mid-5-second range, which still surprises people in a big sedan. Fuel economy? Expect about 18 city and 26 highway. Similar to Lexus GS56 of the era, though Lexus edges it slightly in smoothness. Ownership reality? These cars depreciated hard, so some ended up in the hands of owners who skipped maintenance. Service records matter. Listen for timing, chain noise, and check for oil consumption signs. Electronics are generally reliable, but test every feature, especially seat controls and infotainment screens. Mechanic-style insight. The VQ engine is robust when oil changes are consistent. Abuse shows quickly. A well-kept example feels tight even past 150,000 miles. Interior quality? Strong. Real wood trim, supportive seats, excellent driving position. Not quite Lexus-level silence, but more engaging to drive. Steering has weight. You feel connected instead of isolated? Ideal buyer? Someone who wants Lexus GS space and performance but doesn't care about the badge and understands value lies in condition, not logo. So, here's what we covered. Acura ILX, simple, Honda-based durability with premium trim. Infiniti G37, real rear-wheel drive power that still feels alive. Buick LaCrosse, quiet highway comfort for thousands less than Lexus ES. Mazda 6, sharp handling, low ownership, cost sleeper. Infiniti M37, executive muscle without the badge tax. If this helped you think differently about the under $10,000 market, hit like, subscribe, and tell me what city you're watching from. More smart buys coming soon.